What's up, everybody? New pod, who dis, episode 13. I'm Jake.
I'm Jackie.
I'm Joey.
I'm Steven.
All right, so by a raise of hands,
Who hit their self in the face on the microphone just 3 seconds ago.
which
Me.
of you use elevators on a semi-regular basis?
What?
I would
raise the
say, yeah. I mean,
All
everyone
of
at the
us.
table is
Pretty
raising
sure
their
all
hands.
of America is raising their
I mean,
hand
what?
right
Like,
now.
I like to use the stairs at work whenever
Yeah.
possible, but
Of
course.
sometimes if you're like juggling like a coffee cup and like another thing, and you got a
And
badge
a
in,
hangover.
yeah.
Well, to be fair, you work on the second floor, so
I know.
you don't count. Yeah.
yeah, you don't have to go
Doesn't
down
count.
4.
He doesn't count.
Jack,
But,
how many,
multiple times
how
a
many
day.
floors down? You
I
work
work
in the
in the
third
fourth
basement?
of my building. There's a basement, 2 parking garage levels, and then my place of work.
Well, that's where it's the quietest.
Quiet is a way to describe it. Yes.
Yeah.
So the reason I bring up elevator use is living in an apartment complex, I am constantly interacting with people on an elevator. So my question to all of you is, are you the person that engages in courtesies, or are you silent, no eye contact, staring at your phone and floor?
I think everyone listening knows the answer to mine. I do not engage. No new friends.
I don't know. I feel it out. Depends on the mood of the elevator.
Right.
Yeah, I think it depends on like if I'm already in the elevator and someone else comes in, then it's up to them to dictate the situation. Like if they get in all peppy and they're starting with hello, you got to match. But if I get in the elevator, I'm no eye contact. Just
So are
like,
you ever the peppy person, or
No.
are you always responding to
Oh
the
no!
peppy
Unless there's a dog in the elevator. If there's a dog in the elevator, it's like Steven has entered the elevator and he's gonna pet your dog.
So I have the strongest internal debate between what type of person I'm going to be in the elevator 2 times a day, maybe 3. Because most of the times I like to engage and say hello to people, but then you kind of got to feel out the other person, how they're feeling that day. Or do they have their headphones in? Are they looking at their phone already? At our building, we have to use a fob to access the elevator. So it's funny because I'm the person, I'm always asking what floor you're going to. Jackie, do you ask?
I already told you.
No?
I
You
don't
just
engage.
no new friends.
No engagement.
So I'm always asking, what floor are you going to? You know, hey, how's it going? I try to engage as much as possible. But if I'm not getting the vibe, I'm definitely being dead silent. But if I'm taking the dog out, that's usually an icebreaker. So if but not everyone's a dog person.
Well,
So
okay,
you gotta be
that's a
careful.
different topic that we should probably touch on later, not being a dog person. But I do feel like if someone makes eye contact with me, I'll say hi.
You'll roll your
You know-
eyes at
you know what
them.
the power
like,
move
okay.
is for someone to say hello to you, for you to make eye contact as well,
Complete
and
eye
then wait for 1,
Hello?
2, 3, 4, 5.
I hate it. 5 seconds? That's so many seconds.
But
I can't do that.
holding awkward eye contact the
I
entire
don't even want
time.
to do that right now, and I know you. I hear what you're saying about the elevator, and I'm going to one-up you with how do you feel about walking down a really long corridor, and there's someone that you vaguely know at the end, and you have, let's call it 30 seconds of time before you reach like actual audible distance.
That person's having the same issue
I know.
in their head.
So my move is to obviously not engage, and it's to pretend like my phone's ringing or I've got like a very important text message, and then right when it's time, right when you're gonna cross the threshold, you look up and you're like, oh hey, and then you just continue on your way. Then there's no awkward like, how are you? Like, what are you doing? How was lunch? None of that.
No, lean
Not
into
doing
the
that.
awkwardness.
No.
Stare at them the whole time
can't
and
do
just
that.
slow wave.
It makes me so uncomfortable. It makes me so uncomfortable.
Shout across the whole thing.
No.
I send out like a little feeler when I'm still on the other side. I just do a small little nod, just a little like, I see you. Like, I
Yeah.
see you at the end of the hallway, and I see what they do back. And if they also do another small nod, it's like, all right, now we've engaged.
Yeah.
And now
But
we
now
know
you
that we just can take our time
some
getting to each
people
other.
will-
No, but
you know.
now you have to look at them the whole time. What if you don't want to have a conversation? So you've engaged,
Yeah.
and you have at least 30 seconds until you pass each other, and you're like, so do we keep engaging? How many head nods is too many head nods? I don't know.
I'd say more than one head. There's no need for more than one head nod.
No, unless they
Never.
see your first head nod, and in which case you got to throw another head nod in there.
But if they did see your first one and you threw a second one, then you just look crazy.
Yeah,
They're like,
just the guy head
does
nodding.
Steven have a twitch? Like, is something wrong with his neck? Why does he
Something's
keep?
wrong with
Oh,
Steven.
I slept weird last night. I'm just
Or-
stretching it out.
My favorite is the closed mouth partial smile.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
the-
Oh no, that's sending like I don't want to talk to you today,
You are
tomorrow, or
shut
ever.
out.
That's like
I just yelled jousting match, and you stick out your arm and start galloping towards them.
I
you guys don't do that?
I challenge any listener out there
To
send us
joust.
an awkward hallway or elevator, staged or otherwise.
yeah.
I mean, that's good stuff right there.
It's
I
too
quickly looked up the WikiHow for elevator riding.
That's amazing.
So basically, it's like there's like a whole like order of what you need to do to get on the elevator. But once you're on, it's like everything that Jackie does, like face forward,
Yeah, I wrote
respect
this.
space,
This is my article. I wrote it.
By Jackie Gabel.
hold
Yeah.
all objects by your feet.
What? What does that
Hold them
mean?
with your feet.
Don't move too much. Like who's moving?
Yeah,
in
but the point is that
elevators?
you're walking.
No, this is for back to elevator.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, no,
Anyway,
for walking, you
that's
just look at the
it's a
phone.
tough situation, and we just want to shed a little light on it. So next time you're looking at somebody in the elevator, next time you're walking down a long corridor, just remember the person that you're about to interact with is just as awkward and uncomfortable as you are going into it.
Challenge.
So
And-
be that person, make the power move, and engage.
And-
that's what winners do.
And you can engage with them by telling them about New Pod Who Dis and sending them to our Facebook page.
absolutely.
Because that's what I'm going to do in all these awkward conversations from there on out.
We could toss all of our social media handles at them in those 30
Yeah.
seconds
Yeah.
walking down the
so
hallway.
you're walking down the hallway. You're like, hey, don't forget to check us out on Instagram at NewPodWhoDis, on Twitter at NewPod_Whodis, on Facebook at NewPodWhoDis. Still Google us on YouTube
Just
because we
Google
need
it.
some more subscribers. And we got a big announcement that we're about to launch. Steven Drumroll.
We've got t-shirts. That is right, people. We just got a brand new spanking batch of t-shirts in the mail.
And these are based off of your votes. So thank you for voting on Instagram for the t-shirts. They exist.
Yep, we all liked the other design better, and we went with your reaction. So
Okay, well,
feel special.
Anyways, we're going to be posting a link on our social media to our website where you can go and buy the t-shirts, but this is our first run, so it is limited quantity.
Super limited.
So you're going to want to get to the page quickly, fill out your information, so that way we can make sure you get a t-shirt while we still have them.
Yeah, so stay hawk-eyed on our social media, and we'll throw that link out there. And like Steven said, put your order in as quickly as possible because we have a super limited run of these. And basically, how well these do are going to
determine if we buy more.
determine the more shirts that we
Which
produce.
will
Christmas is coming up.
Yeah, these are great gifts for the holidays.
Stocking stuffers.
Not just Christmas, Hanukkah, just Happy New Year, Boxing Day. Heck, it's all there.
All the
Like
holidays.
Boxing Day.
Mm-hmm.
This should just be this is your gift to end all gifts for your friends from here on out is
Yeah.
buying a new Pod Who Dis t-shirt.
Yeah, or two.
Set.
Support your local podcast.
Yeah, seriously.
All right, what are we getting into this week, Steven?
All right, guys. I shout out to Hannah in Germany who listens to our podcast because
Hannah?
she
What's up, Hannah?
sent this thing that I am obsessed with, Marble Olympics. Basically, this company, Gels Marble Runs, created a Marble Olympics. So it's like the Olympics with marbles.
So are we talking marble games
I'm talking
or
like
making marbles?
like marble like games, like so like all the teams are made up of 4 marbles, and they go through all of these traditional and non-traditional Olympic events. So like they do races.
Holy
they do-
crap. So you mean like a marble is the athlete,
Yes.
and we are setting up obstacles for this marble, like high jump?
Yes. They have a
Long
marble
jump?
high jump.
All right,
They have
I'm
a high
following
jump.
now.
They have they do the sled thing, so it's like kind of like when you do the relay race. So like the marble runs into a sled and it pushes the other marble forward. They have I think the 2017 finals tournament had like 11 or 12 events.
Nuts.
But this is like a huge thing that I did not realize because I started researching it. There's a subreddit for this. Each team has a subreddit. My favorite team is the Limers. They are the green ones. They have their own subreddit. And the 2018 Marble Olympics are coming up in February. There's a Facebook event.
Is it in DC?
No,
That
that's
would've been
it's just
awesome.
online. It's
Are
just
you
like this
going?
dude on YouTube. No, I wish I could go. It's just we'll post the link to this in the show notes, but
Have there been any marble doping schemes?
no, but if you go back and watch 2017 races, there's actually disqualifications because like a marble jumps out of his lane into another lane and gets disqualified. It's like
There's like marble swimming. So these
Yeah.
are literally like connects tracks
Yeah.
underneath the water in a pool, and they are timing different. And so just to be clear, these aren't the marble, they're the striking marbles. So they're the larger, if you ever have played the game of marbles, you have small marbles and you have the large marbles, which are your strikers. These are the large marbles, it looks like. I don't know.
I don't know. I think they're
shot.
just regular size marbles, and all the team names are named after like the different colors or shapes. I know it's hard to describe. We will definitely link to it in the show notes, but it just kind of blew my mind that I started getting really excited about sports where like there's not even real people competing. Like
There's marble spectators.
Yes.
This is out of control.
Yeah,
These people have lost their marbles.
I was wondering how long it was going to take for that dad joke to come in.
Aw.
But so then on the Facebook event for the 2018 edition, they've just listed Planet Earth as the location, which then I was like, oh, geez, yeah, I have to click Planet Earth. Like, I mean, I live on Planet Earth. I know where Planet Earth is, but I had to see like its a location on Facebook. So did you guys know that Planet Earth is a actual place that you can, on Facebook, Planet Earth is a location. It has 5.3 thousand reviews, 4.3 out of 5 stars.
Who's reviewing this? Are they on the same planet Earth that we're on? Is this a different place?
Some
Can
of
I go
them
here?
some of them are really, really funny. Like this one dude, he says he's from Uranus, and he makes a dark hole pun at the end of his comment. It's pretty funny. But basically, all these people have gone on to review Planet Earth.
So I would like to read a 1-star review made by an inhabitant. And I'll just read a couple lines. Not happy with the overall experience. The management needs to be cleaned out and restored. No compassion, too much hate, animals are treated poorly, and thought of less than. Where's the equality? So this is a pro-animal equality that animals need to have exactly the same rights as humans. Interesting. Wow. Steven.
What would you guys rate Planet Earth right now?
Whew.
I watched a lot of videos about polluting the ocean, so that made me sad today. So recycle. That's all I have to say about Earth.
It's not too late.
I got real deep
how
real
I-
quick.
how I would
Just
take that.
reminded me of the videos.
I don't know. Like after watching like any like epic documentary series about Planet Earth, I'm like super jazzed up about the planet after those. So I'd give it like at least 4 stars. I mean, it's the only.
I'd give it 5. I don't really have much of a choice.
I mean, it's the
Guys,
only planet I've experienced, huh?
We literally don't have a choice.
No.
So
You should give it 5. I mean, most people have given it 5 stars. I just
Usually
couldn't-
the only time that I can give a rating to something is if there's something else to compare it to. So this would be like if I had one beer ever and that beer was Miller Lite and I was asked to rate that beer, I would have nothing to rate it against. So like I can rate Delaware versus New Jersey. Like that's easy. That's a no-brainer.
yeah, it is.
But I can't rate Planet Earth to Mars because I've never. I mean, I'd rate Planet Earth 5 stars because it's the only planet in our solar system that's inhabitable by our form
Or
of life
so we think.
for now.
Mhm.
Jupiter too, right? Jupiter's moons. We can live on there. Is that another one?
Next topic.
Yeah, another thing that listener also sent in was just this little GQ article about what your favorite LaCroix flavor says about you.
Interesting.
Well, let's pop one open before we get into that.
Oh God.
That was a dual LaCroix pop.
Good job, you guys.
So, what is your favorite LaCroix flavor, Jackie?
Pamplemousse. Whatever it's called.
Nailed it.
The grapefruit one.
The grapefruit one.
Definitely not pure. It's a
All right, so
garbage flavor.
Pamplemousse says it's the French translation for the word grapefruit and a show of humor from this all-American brand. According to LaCroix's website, I don't know how saying grapefruit in French is that funny, but I do know that if your favorite flavor, you'd probably find a public marriage proposal romantic. Like at the top of the Eiffel Tower or on a Jumbotron at the next
I'm going
game.
to say LaCroix's reaching there. in
Yeah,
that
what?
I'm not entirely sure how those things relate. I think any proposal would be wonderful at this juncture. I don't necessarily need it to be public. And there's that.
So I had a public proposal in Philadelphia, which was great. But right after I proposed, there was a group of older women that walked by and saw my sister taking pictures and me and my wife. And the lady just walks by and is like, "Oh, menage a trois." And I was like, "What?
What?
What are you talking about?"
I don't think you know what?
I was like, what
I
do
don't
you-
think that lady knew what that meant.
Yeah, I don't think she knows what that
I think
word
she
means.
maybe thought that meant congratulations. Yeah. But she was a little off.
She was close.
All right.
Joey, what's your favorite flavor?
I got to go with lime.
Lime. Okay, so you're a traditionalist, and you think millennials are entitled, even if you were born in '89. You can't understand why restaurants deconstruct everything
Damn.
and serve it in a skinny tower on top of itself. Just put the goddamn food on the goddamn plate.
Damn, that just describes me to a T.
That was better than your Urban Dictionary.
It was.
definition.
Wow.
You.
Hold on, I
followed it
totally
in
blacked out.
solid.
What was Joey's favorite flavor?
We're not repeating it.
Lime?
The one I'm drinking right now.
Also,
Lime. Okay.
my favorite Marble Olympic team, Limers.
Oh my God.
Steven, what's yours?
I dip back and forth now. Now that Apricot has been acquired, for me for the first time this past couple weeks, I've just been all about the Apricot. Which basically, if you've watched Sex and the City, I am a Charlotte who thinks she's a Samantha. I play Blood Orange on Spotify during work hours, so my friends see it pop on their sidebar. By listening to Chainsmokers on Apple Music, so no one will know.
I do that.
And apparently,
God.
I own boat shoes, which I have owned at one point in my life, but I don't currently own any boat shoes. So, also the writer of this GQ article, she is also a Charlotte who thinks she's a Samantha because her favorite was apricot as well.
Oh man, Jackie, you're gonna love mine. So my favorite flavor is pure.
Yeah.
It's a one-liner. It says, "You eat toothpaste as an adult," which
That's
is not.
amazing. So it's telling you that it's a garbage flavor.
Yeah.
I'm not alone.
But the best thing is, if you had said coconut, which no one at this table would say coconut, and actually anyone there, don't look at me like that,
That's
Joey.
that's a slanderous
No.
word.
It's not bad.
Anyone who likes, I met someone recently who says they liked the coconut flavor, and I just didn't understand them after that. I was like, what? But they say coconut LaCroix tastes like pool water you jumped in after rubbing banana boat tanning oil all over your body. If this is your favorite flavor, you probably ate toothpaste as a kid. So it's not
that's
as bad.
funny. That's funnier now that I read
Yeah.
that. You eat toothpaste as an adult, so it's like I'm worse than the coconut kid.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I don't know. I love these. I usually don't like these sort of listicle type of posts that companies do. Oh, if you're this, then you're this. But for some reason, because of LaCroix, I was eating this one up.
Dude, I love the one-liner for Barry. You've shared fake news on Facebook.
Oh,
I like the how do you say that? Is it the curate line? The curate? It's like the special line they do, the tall skinny cans.
Oh, that's curate.
Curate line or whatever. It says you might be the kind of person who drinks skinny girl margaritas. I actually also love those a lot.
Okay.
My mom stocks those. Shout out to mom.
Dude, that's the way to do it, though. Don't do sour mix. All you need is tequila, some lime LaCroix, and a little bit of lime, and you're good to go.
More
Nope, that's all you need.
why does that have to be a skinny girl margarita? Why can't it be a skinny boy margarita?
because it's not.
Because no one would buy this. Yeah.
Joey, that sounds like a whole nother thing.
Talk about that one
You
later.
need to put that on top of your Tinder profile now.
Yeah,
just like a skinny boy margarita.
Ooh.
Yeah, check out that GQ article. We'll put
We'll link to it in the show notes.
we'll put a link to it in the show notes and let us know what LaCroix flavor you are.
Awesome.
Yes.
And you had another.
Oh yeah, I've just been killing it this week with just stupid things that I found on the internet. But I actually found this app. So I was going through in the Apple App Store or any app store really, you have top trending this week or most downloaded. One of the cards in the App Store was for this app called Facts, and it's just a bunch of random facts on a card, and you can just swipe through them. And I've just been every day, if I've had downtime, I've been looking at this. So just some of the ones that are on this right now. Slugs have 4 noses.
Whoa.
I would never even think about that, but that's Four
Can
noses. Why do you
so
get four?
Are there any other features of the app, or does it the only thing is that it
Other
shares-
categories?
I only have the free version. So if you have the paid version, you could search a search term and like find categories. Or I guess like find facts about that. I've just been literally swiping through like 12% of people dream in black and white. The longest one syllable word in the English language is screeched. That seems like it's almost two. Well, no, it's one. Screeched.
Screeched.
But I also want to go
Came to
screeched.
It's like a tongue tapper.
Screeched.
Tongue twister?
Tapper.
Tapper.
Because you got a lot of in there.
Yep. It's a tongue tapper.
Oh, dude!
I try to
Speaking
avoid
of
tongue
speaking of
tappers.
random facts app, have you guys seen on the Instagram update that you can now follow a hashtag?
Yes, I did see that. Which it's supposed to kind of. So the guy that was in charge of that product or the project, he also worked on Spotify's Discover Weekly product,
I love.
which
Thank
actually
God
works
for that
amazing,
guy.
right? Like actually, I was a little late listening to my Discover Weekly this week, and it's probably the most on point it's been since I've started listening. But that same guy apparently did. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he did the Instagram hashtag project as well. So it's supposed to be if you like something in the hashtags, it will actually start to learn what you really want to see. So The Verge did a review of it, and they were like, yeah, so hashtag cougar could mean many different things depending on who's looking at hashtag cougar.
Yeah.
That's difficult.
So the more you like certain things in hashtag cougar, it'll start to learn, oh, he wants to actually look at the animal
Yeah.
and not the feisty older woman, so.
Yeah, my Discover page right now is a smorgasbord of memes and podcast pages because this would be basically the only two things I do on
So many memes.
Instagram right now is just send memes to the group.
Yeah. I haven't played around with it too much, but I'm kind of I like curated stuff for me if it actually listens to what I like.
Yeah.
I don't use the Discover page at all.
Never?
I mean, I've looked
Never
at
even
it.
tapped on it
I've
just to
tapped
see
on
what's
it
up.
just to be like, what is it? But it's like, I don't know. If it's just stuff that it's just like, hey, we think you'll like this. Like, I don't know.
Do you guys have an
It's-
order when you go into Instagram? Like I have an order of operations that I usually do. Like I
Of
Of
usually
course
right
you
now.
do.
I refresh. I look at like the first 10 photos, and then I just start going through stories. And if I
can get lost in stories
Yeah.
for like days.
and it depends on how much time I have. Like I only go to the Discover section if there's a lot of time. Like if I'm watching a movie that I just don't care about or something, like I'll get to it eventually. But that's not the first thing I go to.
I've been watching stories when I work out in the morning. So I'll ride the bike for 30 minutes. I'll throw my headphones in. Dude, I set my phone up and I just tap on stories. And it's just, because there's like a TV, it's just something else to keep my mind off of the fact that I'm, sitting on a stationary bike for 30 minutes.
That's
in
really
my house.
interesting. So you're using it as kind of like almost just another like little shows.
Yeah, because,
like it's kind of-
listening to music isn't enough stimulation and riding a bike.
No.
I also need to be looking at 20-second video clips of random
No, I'm the
amateur
same.
video. I mean, why not?
I watch Netflix when I'm at the gym.
You watch
And-
Netflix
I
at the
tried
gym?
that.
Yeah, because
I can't get into it.
Here's my issue, and it goes back. We've talked about this before. The iPhone 7 has a stupid headphone jack, and so the ones at the gym for the TVs are the old school auxiliary cords. So I can't walk around the gym and listen to my music, and then also watch the TVs on the treadmill or something like that. So I have to do everything on my phone. This is very serious. So I have to, if I'm going to watch TV, I have to do it on my phone because I'm not bringing two sets of headphones.
Why would you bring? You're gonna wear one in one ear and one in the other and listen to the TV.
If I'm on the treadmill, then I would have like the original auxiliary cord headphones, so I
Gotcha.
could watch their TVs, and then while I'm doing my other stuff at the gym, general stretching, I have to use my iPhone, and it has the other. Why don't you understand what I'm saying? The issue here is that I can't bring.
She's
two sets
carrying
of
two
headphones.
sets. You just need to get one of those adapters.
Bluetooth
I
headphones.
have an adapter, but then you have to take the adapter off. Where do you
Oh,
put
you're
it?
gonna lose that.
Yeah, exactly.
You could tuck it into your workout gear.
So back to my original thing. I watch Netflix.
I think you should just get your head in the game and focus on your workout.
I'm still working out, Joey.
Yeah, he's there. I haven't been in the gym in a while because I run outside mainly, but when I used to go to the gym in my old apartment, I would try and sync it up with when the Caps game was going to be on, so I could watch the Caps game and run, and then I would try and do these. This is going to sound super stupid, but like I would try and like pick just like little sections of when I knew like a certain player was on the ice and just ramp up my speed while they're on the ice, so it made it feel like I was like
No, that's
doing more
awesome.
work. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
get like a little interval training with like when my favorite player's on the ice, but he's on the ice a lot, so.
Get
Is it
tired.
Ovechkin? We're just
No,
on the ice all the
Nicholas
time.
Backstrom. Shout out to Nick Backey, number 19.
Speaking of being 19, at what age did you guys have your first job?
Pretty sure I was 15 or 16. I was young.
16.
Yeah.
For me, okay, so my first ever job that I got paid under the table to work as like a painter. Well, actually, really, I didn't get to paint anything. I scraped the windows after they painted them.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. I think it might have been like between middle school and high school, and it was just a weird thing because like this dude was just handing cash to.
So you were 13.
I think it might have been 13. I don't know. The kid, like the neighbor, like one of the kids in our neighborhood just came to the door one day. I was like, "Hey, does Steven want to have like a little part-time summer job? He'll get paid like whatever." I don't know. Seemed like a lot of money to me at the time to scrape windows. So that was that. And then I think otherwise it was like probably like my freshman or sophomore.
When were
year.
you on the books?
Probably when I got my license.
And what was the job?
My first job I worked at KFC. I think that was my first like legit like job.
Nice. What'd you do? Would you work on the
So
fryers?
yeah, I worked in the I worked in like just like the take the orders, work the takeout or
Drive-through.
the drive-through window. But one day, funny story, I cooked chicken one day because all of the cooks decided to walk out before my shift started. They just said, "Hey, screw this, we're not happy," and left. And so I came in to start my shift, and my manager was like, "Hey, Steven, guess what? You're going to learn the secret recipe today. Come on back."
What a day!
And
Guess what?
I came back there. I looked at all the machines, and I was just like, "It's hot. It's real hot back here."
Oh my God.
Started sweating because I sweat when I get nervous. We wrote the whole process down and wipe like a wipeable marker on the stainless steel.
Yeah, it melted.
No, it was good.
Oh, okay.
For like the first couple batches. But towards the end of the night, it was just like
Covered in oil.
I think we're going in this, and then we're shaking it over here. It was not fun. I also like had to close everything down. I don't know how to clean a fryer, and my manager didn't know how to really clean them. So it was just like, I don't know, but I do remember at the end of the night, I was like, just let you know, if I show up tomorrow and this is still a situation, I'm not going to work here anymore. I can't do this. I'm
Can't
sorry.
do it.
Joey, what about you?
Well, as no surprise to anybody, my first job was fixing computers. And so my dad got me that job.
And he was 8 years old.
When I was just a wee
When he
lad.
was working, he built a Mac in his garage.
They called me Steve
Yeah,
Jobs. for a-
shoot. You started working at UDIT in high school?
I did, yeah.
Damn,
and,
you had that job forever.
I did, yeah. I had that job for like, I guess 7 years, not like totally like through, but like 2 summers. And then when I went to college, like I had that job, and it was an awesome job. Learned a ton, and like, you know, I just basically like clean viruses most of the time, and like I learned how to like take apart a computer, put memory in, take hard drives out, do all that stuff. And I got really good at like timing things, so I would time all the virus scans, so I'd have like a free hour to like play World of Warcraft on the
Nice.
lowdown. Also, is no surprise to anyone.
That's tight. Yeah, I was a big WoW head as well. Joey and I were in the same clan.
We were in the same clan.
You're triggering my brother.
What
right now.
what did Steven, how much did you get paid?
I don't know, like
That is really personal.
minimum
No,
wage.
it's not.
No,
Not
it's
your
not.
first job.
I don't even remember, dude. I just remember that paycheck came in and I was like, I'm rich.
Like it's minimum wage,
Dude,
when you
I'm filling
started.
the car up
$5
to-
an hour.
No, it was way more than that.
No, my
It's like $9.75
$5.70
or something like that.
Six.
$9.75.
6 or 7.
Wow.
I don't know.
Is that
Maybe six or
Virginia?
se- I don't know.
Absolutely
$7. I don't know.
not in Jersey.
No.
I don't remember. It was so long ago.
Well, Jackie, what was your first job?
I had the best first job ever. I worked in the boardwalk in the Jersey Shore, and I ran the games. So it was like the water gun.
You were like a carny.
dude,
I
that's
was
awesome.
a legit carny. I have a photo of it. I'll show
Did
you
you have
guys
the
some
little
other time.
pouches with all the coins on them?
Absolutely wore an apron. I had this awesome like peach dusty polo.
I like that color, peach dust.
Dusty peach.
Yeah.
Peach dust.
Was that a rendition of Millennial Pink?
Yeah, but it was the original. the OG, circa 2004. And it was an awesome job. I'm pretty sure that I got paid like $6.50 an hour. It was definitely minimum wage.
Plus tips.
No, plus the dollar bills she skimmed off the top
People
before she
did
Yeah, I
got
definitely didn't get paid $9.
tip.
I had to be making like 6 something.
Yeah,
there was no way I was
there's
making
no
$9.
way. $9 is hot.
I'm thinking like,
But basically, what?
are the games rigged? I need
The
to know.
games they're rigged to like an extent. Like so one of the worst days I've ever had working back there. Tensions are high when you have more than one child and you're paying like $4 to play a stupid game. And so these games are like
The situation was tense.
They're really tense. And I was 16 running this thing. But the games are like the prizes are based on how many people play. So if you have like 7+, then you get the biggest toy. And obviously every kid wants the biggest toy, even though they're so stupid. But there was this family of 6 that came, and it was like a dad and his 5 kids. And he was like, we want to pay for the biggest toy. And I was like, I'm sorry, sir, you need 7 people. You're only 6. And he was like, well, that's ridiculous. Like, I'm paying $4 a person, and I want the biggest toy. And I was like, I legally...
Rules are rules,
Yeah,
sir.
my hands are tied, sir.
I've been told I can't give that to you. And so he was like, fine, whatever. I'll buy a 7th gun, run the game. The game that I was running at the time was shaped like an L. And so there was another person running it on the other side, but it was all the same game. And so the game starts and all of them are playing and they're sitting on my side. And then the bell goes off. Somebody won. Not one of those 7 guns won. And I was like, how could that be? And I turned around the corner and my stupid partner had bought one gun. It was one gun for some like 6-year-old boy. And he won because it was the last gun to be activated.
And he got the big toy.
So if there's a tie, it goes to whoever was activated last. Just pro tip.
Wow.
Yeah. So this man proceeded to verbally abuse me. I was 16 years old. He was screaming. The veins were popping. He was like in my face, and there's nothing to separate you. I mean, you're at a counter that's low. Like this guy could have jumped over the counter to like attack me. He was so angry. And then my manager, who was 18 years old, had to come rescue me.
Yeah, the mature one.
It was
Yeah, at 18.
yeah, right. So it's like
sir?
credibility lost. But anyway, I think he just like wound up giving them a toy and they left. But that was such a horrible day. I mean, I was like, I don't know what to do.
What's the inventory control like on the prizes? Like, did you have to count them in and count them out every night?
I
Or could you
didn't,
just like hand it
But I'm
out?
sure that 18-year-old manager
They
did.
do that. And, like when I was I worked at Busch Gardens. It's a theme park in Williamsburg in Virginia, and no one ever wanted to work games for that exact
Yeah,
reason
it's scary.
because people need to win. They want to win a toy, and I don't get it either because it's
Yeah.
like that massive stuffed animal. You're gonna like get it all
Yeah.
the way home and then just complain about
Dude,
it.
Amazon. Like,
But
come
they
on.
all hate it
No,
because
it's
like
the joy of playing.
you have to count the money, you got to count the inventory. Things would just go missing because like. Come on, like if someone's not paying attention, you can easily just reach in and take one of those
And
toys.
it's mostly kids running the games.
Yeah.
Like, kids lose money.
I just would have hated to do the whole, hey, come play my game. Like,
Oh,
I
see,
need
that
you
was
to
the part I
play.
loved the most.
Oh, really? Oh,
Obviously.
you would.
So there's a lot of drunk people that go to that boardwalk, and when you work the night shift and you work the wheel, that was like the best because the wheel sucks and no one ever wins, so everyone's always mad, but in like a great way where they're not mad at me.
They're just mad at life.
They're just mad at the situation.
I can never win
Bad
the
in
wheel.
general.
Yeah.
Like everyone like bands together to try and win the wheel.
Yeah.
It's like a team thing.
Right. And
Like not a team
Whether
thing,
you're-
but
no,
like
whether
but
you're
like
playing or not.
Yeah, you want to see
Just-
someone
Yeah.
win.
You're just as invested as a spectator as a participant.
it's like being in a casino and watching someone play roulette. It's like that, you get no joy of that other than watching them lose.
Yeah, it's like,
Like,
you
oh,
suck. Okay, I'm gonna put some money in.
Ooh, that would
Yeah.
be that's Jomo, right?
Yeah, Jomo.
yeah.
Joy
Watching
of
somebody
missing out.
lose. Watching somebody lose.
Was that last episode? We
It
talked
was,
about that.
episode 12,
Check
if
it
you wanna
out. If
hear
you don't know
more
what we're
about
talking about, go listen to the last episode because you're missing out.
Yeah.
FOMO.
And you're gonna have FOMO, not JOMO.
Exactly. I had how many jobs did you guys have growing up? Because I bounced around a lot. Like I started at KFC, but then I worked at a Sonic for a little bit. I also worked at a seafood restaurant. I worked at Busch Gardens, a theme park. I also was a ice hockey referee for a little while.
Man, dude, I hope you didn't put all those on your applications.
They don't go on anymore. They used to though.
Oh yeah. What?
Yeah, like back when I was a kid, like when it was like, yeah, dude, I got poached by Sonic because Sonic moved in across the street. They poached all the good kids from KFC.
That's amazing.
And I was like, yeah, peace out. I'm not
That's
doing
my
this chicken
favorite thing
thing
you've ever
yeah,
said.
It was great.
So my first job was as a lawyer, a law firm runner.
I was a lawyer.
I was a lawyer. 15
Youngest lawyer
ever.
in the world.
Yeah, Doogie Howser, eat your heart out.
He was a doctor.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, being young for my profession. So I was a runner for a law office, and it was perfect because I went to school downtown, and Lawyers Row, King Street in Wilmington was a couple blocks away from my school. So I just like get out of school and hop over there, and I'd run documents to the courthouses and wherever they needed to go. But they would also trust me with cash deposits. So I would take tens of thousands of dollars in bank deposits to the Wilmington. This was after like a year of building up the trust. But I was like, had sacks of money, and I guess their thought was,
What did you carry it in? Like, what do they
it's
give
like like a messenger, like a literal messenger bag with zip like bank purses just stuffed with
Nah,
cash.
that'd make me so nervous.
Because he was a criminal defense lawyer.
I'd have sweaty hands the whole way.
I'll sue your ass if you take any of that.
Well, I wasn't gonna take it, but like I guess I wasn't gonna get mugged since I was a kid. I don't know, maybe it was quick. I could like dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge away from
Dodge.
Yes.
any.
You could dodge a ball. You can dodge a wrench.
I couldn't dodge. I wasn't good at dodgeball.
Yeah, hold on,
I got
yeah.
picked last in gym.
So just on a quick tangent, yeah. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. No one's dodging wrenches. Like, if anyone even looks like they're about to throw a wrench at me, I'm getting out of there.
Fetal position, just curl up in a ball. The least
That's
no.
never happening.
But yeah, I think I got paid money though. I think I got paid $7 an hour, and I remember that was a solid like 75 cents higher than anywhere else was going to pay me. But it was like 2 hours. But I ended up getting. I don't think I was fired per se. I was just asked if I wanted to work here anymore, and my response was no.
Well, since you're asking me,
Absolutely
I've been
not.
thinking about this a while, and
Yeah.
since you asked, actually,
asked.
no.
Actually, now that you say it, no, I don't want to work here
Definitely
anymore.
not.
What, did you guys have dream jobs growing up? Like something that you always wanted to be when you grew up?
Astronaut.
I wanted to be a TV producer.
I wanted to be a news anchor. I was on the homeroom show in high school, and I was like all about that. And then things changed, but now I'm back. I'm here as a podcast producer / host.
Full circle.
I wanted to be in a successful band really bad, and of course that didn't happen. But when I was a kid, I remember that we were driving down the road, and I told my parents one day, I was like, "Oh, I want that job," and I was pointing to the guys picking up trash on the side of the road in jumpsuits.
And you're like,
My parents
you
laughed
just
for
wanted
hours.
to make the earth a better place.
Yeah, I did. That's why I wanted. But they thought I wanted to be like a criminal.
That's the job that my dad would threaten me with if I didn't do well in school. It's like, if you don't go to school, you're going to be picking up rocks on the side of the road. And over here, Steven's like, dude, if only I could be one of those dudes. Those jumpsuits are sick.
Yeah,
they had
but-
the little picker-upper tools, like the little claws. I was like, I want one of
Like
those.
the pooper scoopers?
No, no.
Kind of.
Pooper scooper is a scoop. This is a claw where you can pick.
I have a claw. But
the
I want to
claw.
go back to
Potato,
what
potato.
Jake said. Rocks are supposed to be on the side of the road.
Why would I pick them
Yeah,
up?
if they're pick-
That's not even a
You
profession.
gotta pick them up. You gotta put them right back down.
Yeah.
I don't understand where you're gonna put them. The rocks.
That was
belong
always
there.
the threat, though. You're going to be
That's where the
picking up rocks.
rocks live.
Dude, and you know what? Picking up rocks sounds pretty good right about now. That seems like I'd get a good workout. I'd be outside. I mean, there's nothing that's bad. I'd use my legs to lift the rocks if they were larger.
Are you
Well,
describing
no-
the plot of Office Space?
Yeah, basically.
We can go. The pod can
Go pick up rocks.
Go. No, we can go sponsor a highway, a little section of the highway. We can pick up trash in your behalf.
Oh, man, that'd be amazing.
How much does it cost to sponsor?
I know.
No, we're doing the work. We're
You do
cleaning it up, right?
I'm pretty sure you do it for free. You just say like, "Hey, I promise to clean this." Like,
Oh,
once
is
a
that how
month.
that works?
What do you think? People are paying for sponsorship?
Yeah. I totally did.
I mean, that's pretty. Dude, New Pod Who It Is sponsors this highway.
I want to do it on like one that's like kind of just off. I don't like. I get really nervous when I see people on the side of the road on like major highways. I'm like, you're just asking to get clipped. Like,
Yeah, that's not.
we should do it on a bike path so people aren't going that fast, so they actually can read the sign. You know.
What was your favorite job before, like, your career per se? So like before, like post college.
I gotta say, it was working at the theme park, even though like 75% of the time it sucked. 25% of the time it was like awesome because I get to get in the park before anyone was there. I've ridden roller coasters like more times than I could ever ask for. Like it was just kind of cool to work there too. Cause
That's sweet.
it was like a behind the scenes sort of thing.
Get to peel the curtain back on the
when you're working the
park
control
operation.
center and the ride breaks down. I got to like as a supervisor, I got to like go up there and just like talk to the crowd and like who's got birthdays.
Hold
and,
on,
like,
time out.
MC it.
Supervisor, how old were you as a theme park supervisor?
Oh, I was like, I don't know, like probably like 16, 17.
So 17-year-old kids are responsible for the well-being of
Yeah, dude.
the ride
if
operations.
you are even like,
Another reason why I'm not a theme park advocate.
yeah, but dude, you had kids like me running it, and dude, that was pretty sweet. They use. I don't know if they still use this example, but like for a while, there was a picture of me on like getting down to one knee to tell a kid that like, hey man, I'm sorry you're not tall enough to ride this ride, but like, you know, like you ask the parents like, is it cool if I give them this? And like you have like a little like, I don't know, sometimes like a piece of candy or just like a thing, like, you know, like a little you're a cool kid sticker or whatever, and then like you give them like free meal tickets to something else. But anyways, like I was really good at customer service is what I'm trying to say. And like I just always wanted people to have a good time. Like a little kid can't ride the ride, they're super sad. But like you gotta get on their level, cheer them up.
Yeah,
why he got
but
poached by Sonic.
they're just too short. Like I don't understand.
I know, but the kid doesn't understand that they're
You
too
gave
short.
them a trophy for being too short.
No, I gave them a little don't cry in front of your parents so that way your parents don't get upset and want to take you home right away. I was trying to help the kid out.
You
Yeah,
should
he was
just
trying
pointed
to
him
get
in the
longe-
direction of the short kid.
I was trying to help that kid. Yeah, oh, okay.
Like, better luck next year.
Yeah. So I like that. I don't know. What about you, Joey? What working at the playing WoW at work, that was probably for you.
Yeah, definitely. That was my favorite.
Was that? Did you have another job, or was that you were just like hooked up there?
I had a couple jobs that were not fun.
You worked at Texas Roadhouse for like a day, right?
A month, and then I also did catering for like a summer. So like I had graduated college, and I was going to move to DC, so I did catering. That was probably definitely one of the worst jobs. That was like 14-hour days, just like getting up, loading a truck full of stuff, carrying food, changing, serving the food, putting it back in the truck, driving it back. Oh god, it was terrible.
That sounds terrible. I hate that idea.
I much preferred sitting on my butt in a chair playing video games.
Wouldn't we all?
Talking about jobs is making me really tired. That's what I think about work. But we should move on to Google What?
What?
Google what?
Who's up?
I'll go first because mine's kind of lame. It goes along the lines of what Steven talked about earlier with his Marble Olympics. So I was bartending last Thursday. Thursday night football ended, and then immediately curling came on, and I wasn't paying attention.
Steven's favorite.
I wasn't paying attention to anything, and then all of a sudden I look over and the part of the bar that's closest to the TV, everyone is just staring, mesmerized up at the TV. I'm like, are you guys really watching curling? They were very enthralled. So then someone was like, where does this come from? And I'm like, I'll Google it.
I know where it comes from. I'm so happy.
Okay, it's my Google what,
I
so
know,
you
I'm
need
just
to
excited.
chill.
Say it.
It's from Scotland.
Yes.
And from the 1500s. And basically, it's a stone or a rock made of granite that weighs 38 to 44 pounds. And players feverishly polishing the ice to help the stone travel further and curl less.
Yeah, it's kind of like shuffleboard at bars, but with much larger
ice.
pieces of ice.
Much
Curling.
bigger.
I thought you were talking about hurling.
Oh, no.
Curling.
Yeah.
Curling.
Hurling's different.
I thought that was on TV. I was like, I've never seen that played before.
No, curling.
Yeah.
Yeah, curling's tight.
I've
Dude,
actually
Yeah.
seen...
people at bars get
Super into it. I was
locked into it.
I'm not kidding you. There were 6 people in front of me, and they were all just eyes plastered to the TV.
It's mesmerizing.
Yeah, and then I got done, and then I joined them, obviously.
Yeah, as you should.
But yeah, so anyway, the Olympics are coming. You can watch the curling teams.
Yes, you should. I actually watched the finals for the U.S. on who was going to go advance to the...
Yeah, was that last
finals.
Thursday?
Yeah.
Because that's probably what we were watching.
Yeah. Was it the men's or women's?
They were women.
Oh, I watched the men's.
Well,
Anyways, that's an awesome Google What. That was not lame at all.
all right.
What you got, Joey?
Big curling fan over here.
Yeah, super curling fan.
So I was in a conversation recently where we were talking about those dumb doll images you used to use on the internet back in the early 2000s. This is what I Googled. I was like, what are those dumb old doll internet websites?
Is that what you wrote in?
Oh,
And so
yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember these, but they were like little like
Yeah.
video game
Wait,
characters.
but what were they called?
I
Well, they're dress up dolls.
yeah, they're just
they're literally dress up dolls.
dolls.
Yeah.
So like
What
do
did, wait, so what did you
remember
use
that.
them for though?
I didn't. I mean, like you'd have like your boyfriend or girlfriend. They'd be like, oh, like we're this couple right here.
Oh
we're
my
only
gosh.
like 10 years old, but you know.
Put that on your Zanga.
Yeah, you put it like they have like the Jinko jeans, and you're like, oh, I have spiky hair. Like that guy's got spiky hair.
It was almost like
it was like the original Bitmoji.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
original
the original
Avatar.
Bitmoji.
yeah, that could like it looks like it could be a sticker pack.
Yeah,
I bet it is a sticker
I'm
pack.
sure people put these stickers on their things.
Yeah.
Like it was mostly girls.
We'll link to it in the show
like
notes.
I didn't like. I was just like, okay,
I kind of okay. Now those ones I kind of remember.
yeah.
People using. Oh
You-
wow!
you, like, put it in
Dude,
your, like, away
those are
message
some,
and stuff.
Some of those styles need to come back.
They are coming back.
Good.
What'd you
Steven, what'd
Google?
you do?
So I was drinking coffee the other day, and I was like,
Surprise.
what if like coffee didn't exist anymore? Like, how would I get my caffeine? Like, besides drinking like a
Tea.
soda.
Just regular tea.
Don't even speak such.
I know. I got
God.
like I was like drinking. I was like, oh my god, like what? Like I mean, like it's a real like where they grow like the regions that grow coffee. They're actually like climate change is like making it more difficult to actually grow.
We
the
need to
beans.
save the coffee bean.
Wait, but
Yeah.
are you anti-tea?
No, okay, but I wanted to look up. I know tea. Yes, you definitely. That was like one of the first things everyone said on the internet, like tea.
But
I
don't
was
you
like,
need
duh.
to drink like 20,000 cups of tea?
No,
to
you, like
equal
green
one
tea's
cup of
actually
coffee?
got green tea, English breakfast tea, or like black tea that has like a lot of caffeine in it. You could get enough in you where you wouldn't get like a headache if you're addicted like me. But I wanted to look up like other ways to get it in. So,
Intravenously,
Okay.
well, you can
caffeine
can-
suppository.
you can take pills.
Ugh.
So they're usually available in 100 milligrams or 200 milligram varieties, which is the equivalent to 1 to 2 8-ounce cups of coffee. So like the no-dose pills, everyone knows.
Yeah.
Like you've seen those.
Did you ever see that episode of Saved by the Bell?
Yeah, and it's yeah,
I'm so scared.
yeah,
Wasn't she drink? Weren't those caffeine pills?
yeah.
No dose.
Or
Yeah.
just
I think they were.
speed? I don't know.
It might have been just speed. It might have been don't take speed lesson. you know?
Did they mention Four Loko?
They did not, but they mentioned some vape pens now have caffeine in them. You can wear a patch that delivers 60 milligrams of caffeine.
No,
Yeah.
Whoa.
Literally, there's a patch you can put on your
that's
arm.
too much.
There's caffeinated soap, but the thing with the soap is you'd actually have to like
Ingest it.
you'd have to have the soap on your body for like 4 hours just to get like 4 milligrams of caffeine. So it's like I don't think that's more of like a branding thing to get you to
Yeah,
buy the
because
soap.
I've seen some like direct to consumer brands that are advertising caffeine in their body wash and stuff, and I was like, I don't think it works that way.
Yeah, there's super
that's
like
bizarre.
there's super chocolate bars that actually have like additional caffeine added. There's gummy candies.
You could take Midol.
How often do you take my doll?
so,
Yep.
and you can
And
also
the only
you can
girl on
also
the pod
chew,
tells you, "Shut up."
You can also chew caffeinated gum. But then I was like, okay, so all these kind of make sense. But then the last one on here is someone has made a caffeinated hot sauce. So you can douse your hot wings with 12 milligrams of caffeine per teaspoon.
How have you not tried this?
I don't know. It costs $9 per an 8-ounce bottle, and
Small price to pay.
Yeah, I kind of want to try it now.
What does it taste like?
It's hot sauce. So I mean,
Oh.
it's probably just hot sauce with powdered caffeine because at the bottom of this article, it has like a warning like, just don't like dip your finger in powdered caffeine, like wet your finger and like start like ingesting powdered caffeine because that stuff could like kill you. Like a teaspoon of it has like 47 cups of the caffeine. worth.
Dude, that's the main I know this is like if coffee were to disappear, but that's why I like coffee so much is because I'm familiar with it. If I'm just taking straight caffeine pills, that just gives me anxiety just thinking about ingesting that and just having that much caffeine just right there.
Yeah, I don't know. It was
Ooh, you could also take pre-workout all the time.
Just no explode.
But,
Yeah.
but then you'd like you'd be
Just gonna,
caffeinated
like, be
and just
dilated.
shaky all day long. You can hang out in the gym with Jackie while she's watching her Netflix.
Yeah, maybe that's what you need, Jackie.
I don't need motivation. I think the Netflix is what motivates me.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying.
I
Like
don't know
I'm
what
already there.
show you
She's
guys.
there.
I was just sharing my
I
ritual.
go
What
to the
heck?
gym
No,
to
you're
watch
there.
TV.
Yeah, but
What's
it's gonna help your
confusing?
pump.
no, you do you. I'm so sorry that went off real rails.
We
there.
derailed there a little bit.
All right.
That's okay.
What's yours?
All right,
Wrap us
so
up, Jake.
I Googled how to mine Bitcoin with all of the nonsense around the value of how much Bitcoin is going up and down and all around. And I left my Google more confused than when I started it. Something about blockchains, and then I watched a video on Instagram, which made a lot more sense to me, which is by a guy by the name of Blake Weber. I don't know if you guys are familiar with his comedy.
Nope.
But he did a really great short instructional video of how to mine Bitcoin. And he said you just start by turning on your computer. You make sure that you have like a nice clear, like all your folders and files are off the background of your computer. And then you just take a hatchet and start pounding the crap out of your laptop. And he mined like 6 Bitcoin off of, he showed right there. They started popping out. It was crazy. So
Get outta
if you're looking to mine Bitcoin, you just got to take a hatchet to your turned on computer with the background.
And they'll just pop out.
Should
Those
be
pop
no
out.
It's sort of
problem.
like Super Mario when you hit the block and all the coins
It's
come out.
exactly like that.
Yeah.
But disclaimer, don't actually take a hatchet to your computer because you will not find any Bitcoin.
Yeah, we can't be responsible for that.
Just a little disclaimer there. I think that's all we have time for
That's
today.
it.
That's it.
But
We've made it to the end.
We didn't say that this was episode 13, recorded on the 13th.
oh my
Oh yeah,
gosh.
13.
Too cool.
That
in
is pretty cool.
2013.
And it was
Nope.
accidental. Like we literally did not realize that until this morning.
Yeah, so thanks for being here for this Inception episode.
Also, just a reminder, we do have T-shirts that are going to be for sale here soon. So when you are listening to this, they're probably going to be live on the website. And head on over there and
Not only that, look out, we're also going to do a giveaway.
yes,
A little call to action giveaway, so stay tuned for the details on that. That'll be on our Instagram story, the details on how to enter that drawing for the giveaway. Also, don't forget to go on iTunes, hit subscribe, give us 5 stars, and write a short little note on a review. It'll take you 2 minutes. Nothing crazy. It could be as simple as podcast as the subject, and this is a podcast. And
Or
5
podcast
stars.
and then is good. That's
So it doesn't have to be elaborate. Just throw something on there when you get a little activity on that iTunes page. It would really help us out a lot.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
All right, don't forget to check us out on Instagram at NewPodWhoDis, on Twitter at NewPod_Who This. Oh my gosh, I'm sounding like Steven. On Facebook. That's a throwback to when we first were pitching the title of the podcast, and Steven kept calling it New Podcast. Who is this?
I just wanted to be so proper.
Podcast, who is this?
Yeah, new pod.
Podcast. Who is this?
We are on YouTube, but you have to still search New
Just
Pod Who
Google
Dis,
it.
so just Google it. And
Yeah, that's it. So
Awesome.
we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Take it easy.
peace.